ladies and gentlemen, everyone was going mad about it on social media, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram. This is a social feminist film. This is bad. Captain Feminism, blah, blah, blah. Captain Marvel is rubbish. Ruined the Marvel universe. She's just going to be sold as a character in this movie, and then she's going to go and she's going to be the thing that's going to solve all the problems in Endgame on her own because she's a woman. She's super powerful. And it's like, haha, Black Widow, you've got no powers, but I'm a woman with power, and I'm going to show the boys how it's done. So I went to watch it very, very stern. Not unbiased, but biased towards the negative. I was ready to pick a hole in everything, but I couldn't, because there wasn't a hole to pick. There wasn't an argument to fight. There wasn't a point to prove. They sold it, and they sold it well. Brie Larson, great choice. Not read a lot of comics of Marvel, a few Deadpool ones here and there, a few Spider-Man ones, a few Iron Man ones. Maybe I'm a bit addicted. Brie Larson as Captain Marvel completely sold it to me. She was emotional throughout. She was fantastic throughout. The fight scenes were great. She looked like she knew what she was doing. And there was not any of aha, I'm a woman, I can kick ass better than the boys. No, it was, she's a woman, she can kick ass. And she did. She kicked ass. No spoilers at this part of the video. But she really kicked ass. And Brie Larson was fantastic. And she was great from the very beginning to the post-credit scene, which we'll talk about in a minute. So for those of you who want to go and watch Captain Marvel, this is where I'm going to do my justice to my Red Dead video, which I didn't do, and I apologise for that. But here we go. So this bit is going to be fine. I'm just going to say to you, it's a great film. Not a feminist movie. Please go watch it. Don't be arrogant to it. It's great. Samuel Jackson's great in it. She's great in it. Brie Larson. All the rest of the characters are fantastic. A really interesting storyline with a cool twist. Really loved it. Great post-credit scene right at the end. Please go watch it. It's fantastic. £5 at the Odeon. So I went and watched that with my girlfriend today and I loved it. Really good. Some really good special effects, and the soundtrack's fantastic as well. So yeah, please go watch it. It's a great film. Thank you for watching this part of the video. You can now say goodbye. If you want to get into the in-depth spoiler bit where you've already seen it or you're not too keen on seeing it, then stick around. But I'm going to give you the count of 5 to leave this video. There we go. Okay, so that's spoiler time. I've warned you all now. If you're here, you're an idiot. So don't watch this part of the video if you don't want to get spoiled. So there you go. Spoiler alerts. Alright, so minute it turned on, see this huge explosion. Pretty awesome. Brie Larson's on the floor, blood coming out of her nose. Alien blood, we can tell. She's an alien superhero. Pretty cool. Fast forward a little bit, some stuff goes down. She gets kidnapped. We find out that there's these people called the Kree, and these people called the Skrulls, and the Kree are the good guys, and the Skrulls are the bad guys. Maybe, let's see about that. Then we cut to Earth, and we see a young Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury, sorry, he's got 2 eyeballs. So it's like, ooh, how's he going to lose his eyeball? Funny story. So then he meets her on Earth. There's this whole thing with the Skrulls masking themselves as humans. They can shapeshift. The Skrull bad guys can shapeshift into anything they want. So they shapeshift into these different things. And then we'll cut along because I won't spoil loads of it, but cut along through the storyline. We find a bit where the Skrulls are actually the good guys and the Kree are the bad guys. And she's like, Captain Marvel's like, oh my god, I was born a Kree all my life, but it wasn't that. It was technically that she was a girl on Earth, a woman on Earth, and she became like a fighter pilot, and the plane crashed with a scientist, and it all blew up, and the Krees blew it up, and stuff happened, stuff went down. So then we find out halfway through the film that the good guys, the Kree, have been swapped, and the Kree are actually bad, and the Skrulls are actually good, and even though they look ugly and shapeshifting, they're good. So it's like, don't judge a book by its cover, don't judge her by her cover, just because she's a very attractive lady to some people, not to me, sorry Brie. Got a girlfriend, but some of my friends would really like to date you, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel. But just because she's a woman, everyone's like, oh, she's a woman, she can't hit anyone. She's awesome, she's badass, she kicks ass, and she does some cool fight scenes. Really awesome special effects on her. And even when she's doing the hand-to-hand combat at the very beginning of the film, she looks like she knows what she's doing. She can definitely kick ass. And she does later on in the film, which is really satisfying to watch. Even if you're a bloke, you're like, yeah, go on, kick some ass. So it's awesome. It fits really well in the Marvel canon. It fits really well. You can see the time jump. You can see it's set way before not any of the other Marvel movies, because Captain America's World War II, but this is set in like, I want to say the 60s, 1960s, I don't know. Yeah, about then. There's this cute little cat, and he's called like a Fleeble or something. He's got like a weird alien name, and some people, the aliens don't like him. this little cat thing, and it scratches Nick Fury in the eye, and that's how he actually has to wear an eye patch. He has a car crash at the beginning of the scene, beginning of the film, sorry, and you think because of the car crash his eye gets a bit like screwed up here, but really he's in a ship and he's holding this little kitten, and it scratches him in the face, and then my girlfriend turned to me, not the most addicted Marvel fan, but a fan nonetheless, and she turned to me and she went, "Is that really how he loses his eye?" So I was like, The only thing I could walk away from Captain Marvel saying, which I wish they did better, was maybe give Fury a better way to lose his eye. But I thought in the premise of the film it kind of fitted. I thought it was kind of funny and a bit silly and a bit Marvel. So I thought, yeah, you know what, I'll do. But I don't know if that fits the origin story of Nick Fury. I don't know, I've never read those comics. I knew he was white in the comics, but now Samuel Jackson plays him, and I don't think anyone else could play him better than Sam. Brie Larson, a lot of times when I watch a film with an actress in, or an actor, and I think, oh, could they be casted better? Maybe. I definitely voiced my opinion in my social life about the Doctor. Jodie Whittaker playing the female Doctor. I'll look for a female Doctor. Sure, it fucks up the canon and storyline. Don't really care too much, though. Threw it in the trash after Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi left. So, pretty much I outgrown Doctor Who. When Peter Capaldi left, I was like, this is where I finished. I feel like my lifetime of Doctor Who's finished here. But I wouldn't have casted Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. I would definitely have casted someone like Helen Bonham Carter, a woman I think could pull it off. So when I think about Captain Marvel, could Brie Larson play Captain Marvel? I didn't look at her and think there's a time in the film where it's like, no, she can't play her. Definitely Brie Larson can play her. She's awesome. She's awesome as Carol Danvers, the human, and she's also great as Captain Marvel, or as we know in the film, Marvel, because she's like friends with a scientist lady on Earth called Marvel, and that's where the name Captain Marvel comes from. It's not actually Captain Marvel like the Marvel Universe, which I didn't really know, but it's apparently pronounced Marvel, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, great film. 9 out of 10. I've never seen a 10 out of 10 movie by Deadpool 2, but that's just because I'm biased towards Ryan Reynolds because he's awesome. But really good Marvel film. Honestly, fits really well. The post-credit scene is phenomenal. Really long, lengthy post-credit scene. Pretty much the bleeper, the pager that we see at the end of Infinity War. Not Infinity War. Is it Infinity War? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Infinity War, where Nick Fury disintegrates and his little bleeper comes up and it shows the Captain Marvel logo. And everyone's like, oh, it's Captain Marvel! Ah! Like, all the nerds went mad. Pretty much we see him get that pager from her. He has a pager in the movie because of the time that it's set in, the olden times. He has his little pager, and she takes it off him, and she puts this little bleep blop on the end of it, and then it becomes this awesome pager with the Captain Marvel logos all over it, and it's really cool. And she gives it to him, and at the end of the film, the post-credit scene happens. We see up-to-date time in the Avengers chronological order of the movies. It's Infinity War, middle of, like, the end of Infinity War, like, I think the early beginning of Endgame time in their timeline of things. It's a bit confusing, but some of the gang are on Earth. So Captain America, Black Widow, Hulk, and Rhodey are all on Earth in this lab, and they've got the pager wired into this big bleep bleep machine, and it's like going beep beep beep, like it's sending out the signal, and they're like trying to track it, and then the next minute it cuts off, and it's like, oh no, what's happened? There's a power cut. Oh no, why is the pager not working? And then, oh my god, what's going to happen? And then Black Widow, I think, says an epic line like, I want to find out where the signal's coming from, and I want to find out where it's going to, and I wonder who's tracking it now. And then she turns around and Captain Marvel is stood there, all awesome, in front of her, like, hey, where the hell's Nick Fury? And it's like, boom, that's the end. And then it said, Captain Marvel will return in Avengers Endgame. So I think in the chronological order of Marvel now, the next one to come out is Endgame, and then after that, Spider-Man Homecoming, because we know my boy Spider-Man ain't dead. He alive, okay? He alive. He good. So, Captain Marvel's a great film. All in all, fantastic movie. Really loved it. It's not a feminist film. The thumbnail and the title is just a joke. I really loved it. Brie Larson is a great actress. Great part. Really cool superhero to see from the comics brought into the screen. And Stan Lee was in it as well, which is beautiful. They had, I think that was the last ever Stan Lee cameo. I don't know if they did like makeup on someone or a prosthetic, but it seemed like his voice and him. And it had like a nice little opening title scene card, which was all Stan Lee based. And really lovely way to honour a great man who without him wouldn't have any of these awesome films to watch and all these comics to read. So Stan Lee did a great job with Marvel, and let's be real, I don't think even the biggest DC fanboy can try and quote me on this, but I don't think we'll get a better superhero franchise than Marvel. It's just too good. It's just all the films are fantastic, the directors are smart, the writers are great. I've never seen a Marvel film and walked out of it and gone, oh, I wish that was better, but I really liked it. And Brie Larson did a great job. and the film was fantastic. So please go watch Captain Marvel. Go support it. It'll do a good thing for the industry, and can't wait to review Endgame, where there's going to be some tears. I promise you that. See you guys in the next video. I'm going to be doing a bit about Ricky Gervais's Netflix show Afterlife, 6 episodes. Season 1, you better watch it. It's really good. I'll do a review on that another time. See you guys and girls in the next one. Peace out.